Hi, I'm Van Goffner, co-founder of SfA Arts. Today I'm speaking from Amy Rose Production Studio in Worcester, Massachusetts, one of the vetted production spaces listed on the SfA Arts platform. Very simply, we're applying an Airbnb approach to the B2B marketplace of professional production spaces, spaces expressly equipped and dedicated to photo, video, film, and TV production. This is a $12 billion market driven by sustained corporate demand from global advertising, catalog retail, editorial, fashion, entertainment, and corporate brands. Our mission is to become the creative community's system of record for the booking and management of production spaces. We intend to own this vertical and reach $30 to $40 million of revenue in 3 years. Identifying and booking space for production has only marginally evolved since the advent of the telephone and the yellow pages. We bring a resource to the creative community which allows them to move their process from the pen and paper workflows of the mid-20th century into the 21st century. As consumers, we see a final product, a magazine layout, a catalog, an advertisement, and think of an orderly process with long planning horizons. Not so much. We also think that because you can take a photo or video anywhere, every space can be a production space. Also not true. Creative teams deal with numerous variables, only one of which is space. Space with very specific requirements, both technical and creative. Supply and demand are heterogeneous. Today it's telephone tag, a Rolodex, Google, all rather poor stand-ins for the old yellow pages. Modern tools and resources are needed. Today's process is beyond a headache. Decentralized discovery. The process is more like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Let's phone a friend. There's no transparency as to availability and pricing, which results in telephone tag, lengthy text message exchanges, and email games. Procurement is managed on whiteboards, with production teams exploiting the latest technology available for this purpose, Post-it notes in multiple colors. This 20th century workflow is further stressed by the standard industry practice of using holds and challenges. Production professionals who book space use Airbnb and Expedia for vacation planning, OpenTable and Resi to book dinner reservations, and Uber or Lyft for rides. But during their workday, they're reduced to using the same tools that were available to their grandparents. SfA Arts presents an integrated solution. Find it, plan it, book it, manage it. Find vetted spaces with key production-specific information readily available. Coordinate the details of the production. Hold, challenge, or book the space. Manage the payment, the day of add-ons or overtime, sync calendars and accounting. All taken together, this is a workflow SaaS solution adapted expressly for well-established industry processes and practices. Foundational to this workflow SaaS solution is our patent-pending booking system, automating holds and challenges. The management of holds and challenges represent a major pain point for all parties. Holds are a kind of reservation. No money changes hands or payment information exchanged. A production team routinely places multiple holds, 5 to 8, on spaces while planning a production. Of course, they are planning multiple productions, so tracking all their holds can get real sloppy. The studios are managing holds for every day on their calendar, and in some cases, multiple holds for any given day, as they try to maximize their capacity utilization. A challenge occurs when a team is ready to commit to a space where there is an existing hold. SfA Arts is Airbnb meets Resi meets CRM for professional production. Major industry participants have discovered SfA Arts and are routinely using our platform. All of the organizations shown here have booked with SfA Arts and are in fact repeat bookers. In the most recent month, we captured 32 days of production, representing $85,000 of GMV, and more than 50% of this volume came from repeat users. We are approaching 1,200 studios listed on the platform in major US markets, London and Berlin. There are 40 to 50,000 studios globally, implying a market greater than $12 billion. The majority of this market is comprised of owners who operate multi-stage studio complexes. With the ever-growing demand for content, corporate budgets for content creation are growing at 9 to 10% a year. Our business model is very simple. There's no cost to list space on our platform, and no cost for production teams to use the platform. We collect a fee equal to 10% of the rental from the studio at the time of booking. Importantly, we believe that for a marketplace, a market network to be successful, you have to reduce the friction of transacting. Make the fraught process of finding and booking a studio easier, not harder. You have to offer powerful utility and fair value. And finally, you have to build a respected and trusted brand. Generic competitors take an all things to all people approach. Since you can take a picture anywhere, everywhere can be a production space. This is hardly the powerful utility that demanding production professionals require. Generic competitors also add cost to both sides and constrain communications, making production planning even more difficult. My co-founder and I have assembled a core team of which we are very proud. Supplementing my co-founder's experience in product innovation, strategy, and partnerships, and my own experience in strategy, operations, and finance, we're joined by Ellie Pritz, an internationally recognized creative, well known for her work using Instagram, in particular for her role in launching and art directing Apple's Instagram account. Cameron Brainard brings 2 decades of experience on both the production side of the business and in managing multi-stage studio complexes. Our advisory board is comprised of seasoned leaders in the production community, providing invaluable insights and opening doors with industry-leading organizations and associations. My co-founder and I have worked with Jeremy Seitz, our CTO and advisory board member, for over 2 decades. His engineering and tech insights are invaluable, as is his experience as a CTO for a leading European marketplace platform. Our operating objectives for the next 3 years. Year 1, make significant product enhancements, continue to build our market position, our relationships, and our brand. Reach 2,000 studios with multiple daily bookings. Year 2, drive the business based on product enhancements, reaching 4,000 studios and $5 million of revenue. In year 3, it's about driving to scale. 6,500 studios and reaching our target of $36 million of annual revenue. The high-level objectives for the coming 3 years, which I have just mentioned, are illustrated in further detail here. There is accelerating growth in studio acquisition as we staff up and dedicate resources to sales and marketing. Currently, we're at month 8. Significantly, upon reaching a targeted number of studios and meeting certain development milestones, we expect to capture an ever-increasing percentage of bookings. This reflects the full power and functionality of our workflow SaaS solution. Our projected customer acquisition costs and the lifetime value of customers is very favorable and has been informed by what we have learned and experienced in our development years. Thanks for your time today. We look forward to meeting with you and discussing the Space for Arts opportunity in greater detail.